Warning, I'm about to show you my boyfriend's drawers. This is what his socks look like.
Oh no!
That's my anti-consumerist baby. To be honest, I'm really in no place to judge because look at mine. So he gets off in a few hours and I'm going to try and make him a new pair of underwear. And I might make myself a pair too that matches. He does have this
Yeah.
pair of
What?
good fellow. I thought it said goody flow. He does have this pair of boxers that I think I'm going to try and make a pattern off of. And I'm going to find a pair of my underwear to do the same. I'm going to make it out of an old t-shirt that I've just had. I've never done this before. We're going to have to figure it out together, guys. I have about 5 hours. So we'll see if I can pull that off. This is my ottoman. I made this to hold all my craft scraps. I'll make a little pouch like this and fill it with threads and scraps, but I also have a lot of old bottoms to t-shirts and stuff in here from cropping things. Oh, this one doesn't look bad. Okay. Maybe I'll make them a few pairs. Here's a shirt my ex got made for me. Maybe I'll use that. Alright, that's enough. I'm tired of digging in here. Here I am sketching out pattern pieces for the boxers. First I started with the legs, which have a similar shape to this. After that, I sketched out the jock cup, which is 2 pieces with mirrored hems, which create a hole for the doodad to go in and out. The butt part was pretty easy to sketch out. I made a pattern piece on the fold. Then the gusset, which is what connects the legs, jock cup, and butt. I then cut the pieces out and checked again that the sizing made sense. None of the pattern pieces I made have seam allowance included, as I was going to add that when I was cutting out the fabric. So I cut 2 mirrored leg parts, the gusset on a fold, the butt part, and 2 jock cup pieces, ensuring I also created mirrored concave cuts on both pieces when facing wrong side to right side, stacked on top of one another. Here's all those pieces. Then for mine, I knew I'd need a back, these little accent pieces that go at the hips, front, 2 gusset pieces, and a waistband. For the waistband, I decided I'd half it and cut 2 and stitch them together, and I did forget seam allowance when cutting that out, so 2 thumbs up for my lack of attention to detail. So here's the pieces of my undies. So I'm going to start with his panties. It's just a bunch of exposed seams that are serged, so I'm going to serge around every pattern piece that I have. Then I'm going to serge the ones on mine, and I'll probably just have to take a closer look and see exactly how these things are put together, which I don't think it's that hard. And I have 3 hours. I serged everything all the way around, including mine, to save a little time.
Wow.
Alright, so now, as for his draws, I think I'm going to start with this part right here. Because this is where something goes, and I have 2 pieces cut out for that I keep confusing myself about. I'm going to go ahead and hem this in. I don't know what you call this on a men's drawers.
It's a fly.
But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and hem that over. Starting with the jock cup, I hem the
Fly.
on both pieces. Then I set the one with the left hem on top of the other. I clipped all the way around to serge those parts before realizing I'd forgotten something. So at the bottom of it, it's supposed to have a little pleat in the center. And I forgot that part, so I'm going to do that real quick. I'm going to still keep it pinned together and just make a little pleat up to about here, which should be about maybe 2 inches. Let me just actually measure for once. It's 2 inches. They're both supposed to go inward. I just messed it up and I'm angry. I accidentally put a damn hole in here. It's minimal. I know when I start making mistakes that it's time for me to stop for the day, even though I was trying to make it to 7 p.m. That's like half an hour away. Maybe I can gain a little momentum. I don't know. So I got the first one and it faces inward. It's on the wrong side and that's the front of the draws. And then I'm gonna have to do this one for the back. That's the inside. And that one is gonna be facing the good side of the fabric. Long story short, the pleats should face each other. Now I'm gonna serge around the whole thing. And when I finished, it was looking mad wavy, bro. I guess we'll see. So now I think this piece is gonna go to this piece because this part is short. And then the bottom part is the hem. And from what I could tell on the black pair boxers, this goes right sides together and then there's a top stitch. This was actually supposed to be a flatlock stitch, but I didn't know at the time. Yeah, I messed up again, so I'm done for the day. Actually, I'm just gonna roll with it. Screw it. It's too hard to undo these because there's so much serging and this fabric is really, really thin. So I'm not dealing with it. I'm just doing my own style of things instead. Okay, well I got the front
Jock cup.
on there and it's super wavy. I do know that the next part is that I have to add the
Gusset to the bottom of the Jock cup.
Alright, now it's for the ace. So this is where that booty go, right here. And I know that this curve is also where the booty go. So I'm gonna stick this to this. Alright, the ass is curly. Maybe that'll look good. So now I'm turning it inside out. This
Gusset.
needs to go to the butt part. Alright, somehow it's actually coming together. The only thing I'm a little concerned about is this pocket looks kind of small. So I'm not sure, but I'm gonna serge the top, then I'm gonna hem on the bottom and add the waistband. Then I'll be done. Alright, he's on his way home, so it's go time. If I pull this off, I'm gonna be so impressed with myself that I'm gonna brag to everyone for the rest of my life. I just realized that I'm making underwear for my boyfriend out of a shirt that somebody else gave me that I used to date. And I don't know if that's crazy or iconic, but like it did not occur to me until just now. He's right down the street and all I have left to do is the waistband. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Hey.
Talking to me?
Yeah, you.
What's up, my baby?
I was trying to beat you.
Working on my undies?
Yeah.
One day later.
So I finished those with no time to spare. He was in the house when I was putting the rest of the waistband on, but he tried them on and they fit. I tried them on too. We got about the same thigh size right here. When I put them on, they just felt a little bit tight around the thighs, but when he tried them on, they weren't bad at all. Now I'm about to make mine. So here's the draws here. These are the pieces that go right here. Here's this part and bang, like this. And then just the butt piece and the waistband. I think I'm gonna wing this one as well. What was really good about it is that when I was making the boxer briefs, things sort of started to line up and I was able to fudge it. I don't know how that happened, but I guess it's because they're all kind of small pieces and you can tell where one piece cuts off that the other piece was supposed to cut off. So I'm going with that again. So I'm peeping this and I can see that on both the inside and the outside. I'm not showing you the inside of my drawers. No. You can forget about it. On the inside and the outside, it's kind of folded in, so there's no seam here because who wants to sit on a seam on the crotch? I hope I didn't do that on his. I might have, but I'm gonna attach the crotch part to the front part. Before I did the good sides together of the front piece and the crotch piece, and then this time I'm gonna do the inner crotch piece, good side, to the inside of the front, wrong side. I'm so smart. So here's going to be the outside and here's the inside. See that? Very, very intelligent girl. I think next I'm going to do the same thing with the back piece. So attaching the butt is a little more complicated because now this is already attached and I don't want to have a seam on the outside. So I'm going to flip this piece because it's supposed to go like this, but I don't want to just top stitch it. So I'm going to flip it and then I'm going to turn it inside out. Is that possible? How did they do this? This part was weird, but I think I pulled it off. Let's see. I did. So this is the inside and this is the outside. That looks pretty good. I think my best bet right now is to serge this whole part off. So that way the seams will lay flat also. Now I'm going to start attaching these bits. I attached the accent pieces with what should have been a flatlock stitch, but oh well. I'm going to serge around the top to make it straight, and then I'm going to make the waistband, which I cut into 2 pieces, stitch them together on the short side, make a circle out of them, and stick elastic in and attach it to the top. Something about the waistband already fell off. It was not really stretchy, so I was a bit concerned, but I guess the green t-shirt wasn't a great choice. Since I already made the loop and I don't feel like pulling apart the serges, I'm just going to measure one side in the front and one side in the back of elastic and stitch them on that way. And I don't feel like busting out my other machine, which does zigzag stitches, so I'm just going to pull it as I go and hope for the best. That looks crazy, but what we're going to do is fold it down like this. So you won't be able to see the elastic on the inside. I'm going to serge all the way around this.
No.
Okay. Well, that's a little tight, isn't it? I tried it on and now I'm going to bind. I will say, these are tight as all hell. I had never worn that shirt before, so it's also a little scratchy. Like, I feel like it needs fabric softener. We'll see how they look with the binding on. Oh my, that looks...
Like my cat made it.
But I'm done. Skims been real quiet since I dropped these panties.
Just kidding, not my best work.
But now I have matching drawers with my boyfriend. And here's my boyfriend's. Not my worst work, but the seams did pop when he wore them for a whole day, and I'm not surprised. I guess I'll just be fixing them every time he wears them. Not. I rather enjoyed that. I don't think they came out too terrible. I learned a lot. One of them being that I need to iron stuff because it's not consistent all the way around. And although I will not be probably wearing these every day because I'm not nasty, they still are wearable and not that uncomfortable. Another thing is I really need to learn how to do this
Flatlock stitch.
For instance, on the bottom of these, this stitch right here is probably going to keep popping because of Thunder Thighs McGee, my boyfriend. You can see the serge is like on the outside, and that's not where the actual edge of the fabric is. So I need to learn how to do that. I think that's an overlocker, which I think my machine can do that stuff if I just disengage the knife. But I don't know what I'm doing. Also, next time, I think I'm going to use a softer fabric. This green fabric is like something that's never been worn because it hasn't. I'm not sure what I'm going to do next. If you have any ideas, please let me know. If there's anything you think I could have done better, please tell me because obviously I need some help. I'm going to show you a picture of them together. You can tell me how cute they look. Real quick, peep the set. Let me know what you think. And don't forget to subscribe for more of this type of content. Bye!